What's up, family? This is part 2 to Dreamscaping. Grab your pen and paper. Meet me back here. You got 10 seconds. Let's go.
I was thinking I had it all figured out, doing what I want, a slave to myself. Now I'm broken, I can't do it on my own. I know God wants my good and that's enough. Why I'm yelling, working on some changes. Tired of these lies.
What's up, family? Welcome back. Like I said, this is part 2 to Dreamscaping. I don't know if you guys have really thought about how far we've come up until this point. We started off with our procrastination checklist, going down and through and digging deep within our lives and finding all of those things that we had not yet accomplished, that we quit on or failed to finish, or whatever, however you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, because we're not making any more excuses about it, because what we did is we started to create a habit of completion. So I'm proud of you for that. We then stepped into dreamscaping, all right? With dreamscaping, you know, we opened up our minds and looked at the reality in our own lives, who it is that we are as people, as individuals, what it is that we have to offer the world, the way we wanted our lifestyles to be. And we broke that down according to that checklist and looked at every aspect of our lives and created a dream around it. Today, we're going to bring you part 2 to that, because it's very important that we take the time to sit down and look at where we are. One thing about people who race, like sprinters or long distance runner or triathletes or whatever you want to call them, is they know where the finish line is. They're timed between the starting block and the finish line. That means that we can put a timeline on where we are now and where it is that we want to be, right? If that's a 5-year goal, if that's a 10-year goal, if that's a 2-year goal or a 1-year goal, wherever it is that you are right now needs to be documented so that we can begin to make the necessary adjustments to get where it is that we need to be. Think about what I'm saying. Just think about what I'm saying for a second, all right? That sprint is at the starting block knowing that I have 100 meters to go in order for this victory to be mine, in order for my dream to be fulfilled, all right? And they take off. That's exactly what I'm trying to get you in position to do, is take off, right? So let's write all of this information down, whether it be in your lifestyle, whether it be in your finances, wherever it is that you want, that you are right now, not where you want to be, but where you are right now. Let's document that. And let's look at how far away from the finish line we are. Everything that we've been doing up until this point is preparation for the race. Think about the athlete. They train, right? They put in the time to get better. They sweat, it's blood, sweat, and tears, you know? They because of that, at the end of the journey, they get to be grateful for the journey itself. If you pay attention to that, they diet, they eat right, they do everything necessary. They adjust their entire lifestyle to prepare for 10 seconds. Think about it. Everything that they're doing. I think there was a post that said that, what's the racer's name, babe? The Jamaican guy. Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
Usain Bolt, it said that this man prepared for, I think it was like 18 years for 10 seconds. And they broke it down into hours and days. I mean, it blew my mind. And I thought about it and I'm like, man, that's exactly what we're doing. Like the journey may not be long. He's not a long distance runner. He's a sprinter. But all of that effort went into putting him in a position where in 10 seconds or 9 seconds or whatever his record was, not trying to bash his record, but it put him in position to be able to run that 8 to 9 second race. All right. And win. All that preparation came to that moment. And this is the same thing that you're doing. You're preparing yourself for your journey. That's what you lacked before. You lacked preparation. I'm just putting you in a position where after all of the preparation is done, when you get in that starting block, you won't walk away from it. And let's begin to put in place actionable steps to get where it is that we need to be. Because the finish line is going to be there, right? But you have to figure out where your starting block is. You may not be as far away from it as other people are. You may have less ground to cover. Some people may be a little bit further away, so it may not be a sprint. It may be, you know, it may be a journey. It ain't something you can get to really quickly. You know, you may be running 2 miles. That may be your race, right? While somebody else is running 100 meters. But whatever it is, at least you know. So, in essence, this is what we're doing. We're setting ourselves up for the victory. I want to make the victory guaranteed, inevitable. It has to happen, right? Are there going to be hurdles in our way? Definitely. Some people run the 100-meter hurdles. Some people run the 200 hurdles. You get what I'm saying? There are going to be hurdles. But are you going to run the race? Decide that right now whether or not you're going to run a race. Because once you start documenting this stuff and you start to see that space, that's the spot where most people give up. That's the spot where most people quit. You've done everything up until this point, and then you're going to get right to the place where it matters, and then you're going to give up. I can't let you do that. I can't do that. All right? That's the spot where most people just hang up their hat. Remember, everything that we procrastinated on up until now, we did the very same thing. We didn't quit when we started doing it. We didn't quit when we had the idea. We developed the idea. We developed the business. We went and got the LLC. We did everything that was necessary. And as soon as we saw how far of a distance it was from our victory, we pulled back. We gave up. We created the procrastination list. We created it. There would be no list if we had a habit of completion. Think about that now. So I'm about to bring you right back to the place in which you began. But this time you're not going to give up on yourself. You're going to take into consideration and be appreciative of the fact that you know exactly how far you have to run. And you're going to put a timestamp on that. And don't make it an easy timestamp, well, within the next 10 to 20 years. No, make it something that's hard and challenging. All right? I know the place that I want to be. I gave myself 5 years, and that's a big 5 years. And I'll share with you my thoughts on where it is that I want to be. The things that I'm trying to accomplish, the things that I'm trying to do, I'll share that with you too, so that you understand that you're not doing this by yourself, right? You're not trying to achieve an objective by yourself. What I'm doing right now, just got hit in the head with a leaf. What I'm doing right now is part of me accomplishing that mission. It's part of me accomplishing that goal. The first video that I shot, I can tell you, it took a couple takes. It took some time. And then the whole business idea was on something different. It was recession-proof millionaire. But after I shot the video, I had a wake-up call. I saw my race. I saw my race, and I knew that I'm only giving you what I possess. I'm not giving you something that hasn't been working. This has been working. We get caught up in how many people are following, how many people are doing it. Are you doing it? Are you following it? Are you taking the actionable step? Are you putting yourself in a position to succeed? Don't worry about everybody else, because those that follow the crowd end up where the crowd is going. Where are you trying to get to? Are you trying to be where everyone else is? Are you trying to be where your dream puts you in a position to be successful? Are you trying to have their success, or are you trying to have your success? Same thing we talked about last time. Separate yourself from the pack right here. Do the things differently than everyone else. Be good at the things that no one else wants to do. And I promise you, when those things are thought about, we'll think about you. All right? Till the next time, keep in mind, recession-proof is a mindset. And please, 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 whatever you're doing, change your mentality.
I can't do it on my own. I know God wants my good, and that's enough. Why I'm yelling, working on some change.